Well, hello there, Virgo. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you are here. So today we are doing your February reading. So we'll look at the overall energies first, and then we'll go to the tarot for some more details. All right, let's jump into it. A narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Okay. And lizard spirit, dream the world into being. I feel like there's a little bit of energy where you feel like you don't have any options at this time, right? It's kind of like it's kind of like there's no other option. I just have to keep going, right? I'm just going to keep going. But there is something about understanding that you have more choices, opportunities available to you than you really realize. It's about allowing yourself to take a look again, right? Take a look again. Strength. Yeah, your inner strength is boundless. Unleash it. There's something here about, if you look at this lizard, I always love this card. It's a little bit like the Two of Wands, okay? And there's two reeds there, and he's kind of like clinging a little bit to each one. He has like arm and leg on either one. And it's understanding that you have the strength to go in a new direction if you want to. But I feel like you're kind of thinking, no, I don't have any other options. I have to stay on this path. So let's go to the tarot. Let's get some more details about this, because I feel like there's almost an energy of, yeah, there's something that you really want, but you're transforming. Look at the courage again, right? There's a new discovery on the path, okay? There's a new discovery ahead. You are going to be successful in what it is that you want, but I feel like part of it is that you think it has to happen a certain way. That's why the path is narrow. You're not allowing yourself to see other ways to do it. So we have the Pisces Virgo nodal transit that happened on the 11th. So Pisces, the North Node is in Pisces, which is very dreamy. The South Node is in Virgo. Understanding that means we're all, but especially since you're Virgo, we're all kind of like having to overcome some of those negative elements of over analyzing, over being overly critical, perfectionism, wanting perfectionism in ourselves and what we're working on in others, whatever it is. When we're wanting things to happen just in a certain way, or we think that they have to be done a certain way, then we limit our own options, because the universe is saying, well, Virgo will poo-poo all over that idea, so we're not going to give them those ideas. So now you're kind of like on this narrow path, feeling like you have no options. And it may be that you kind of don't have any options, but understanding that part of it is that you've manifested that whatever you're working on, whatever you are wanting to accomplish, has to come out a certain way. It has to work. It has to progress in a certain way, has to look a certain way, has to be launched in a certain way, whatever it is. A sense of it has to be this way, a little stubbornness, has to be this way, or I don't want to do it. So the thing here is understanding that, I feel like it takes a lot of strength and courage to go back and revisit and ask yourself, okay, is there another way? Because when we revisit, we reflect, we ask ourselves, is there another way? Then we also having to accept the fact that maybe we weren't right the first time, and that's okay, right? And there's a sense here of discovering, yeah, I feel like other people that are kind of helping you to open up to seeing that things can be done in a different way. We also have the gratitude card here, and I am going to say the gratitude card is the energy of thinking positively, of not overly criticizing whatever this project, relationship, situation is for you, but instead allowing yourself to be grateful for the journey, grateful for the way things have played out for you, even if they're not exactly the way that you want them to. Turning this situation or relationship, a project, whatever it is, and looking at it from the viewpoint of what is really good about it instead of maybe focusing on what you don't like about it. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful energy. Yeah. I feel like there is perhaps a community of people, maybe, feeling like this community of people has to show up for you in a certain way or act a certain way. This could be family members, friends, it could be community members, it could be the world at large, it could be the people you're working with. There's something here. You're wanting a milestone out of it with working with these people, or you're trying to help a group of people with whatever you're doing. And it's, you just feel, yeah, we have the clean it up card. All right, let me put these out and then we're going to see. Yeah, you're disappointed. Oh, and the courage card again. Leo energy 3 times. Okay. So, in this card, I love it because we have the lion there, which is really strong, right? I mean, the lion could rip your head off, right? There's that energy, but here we have a young girl and she's taming the lion. The courage card is really about us taming that lion within us, the lion that wants to roar, right? And bite the heads off of people that are around us. It's allowing yourself to tame that part of yourself, to understand, okay, why you may be feeling like you're upset. I feel like you are. You have the 3 of Swords. You're disappointed in the way something is happening. You don't like the way people are supporting you. You don't like the way that they're not acknowledging what you have contributed to the group, what you have been working on, how you've been working so hard. There's something here about recognizing your disappointment in those people or in the situation, if it's just a situation. Yeah, King of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there's something here about healing this situation, coming back together. King of Pentacles can be Emperor, well, kind of like that same type of Emperor energy, like an employer. So it can be an investor, okay? You could be disappointed in an investor in something that you're trying to create. It could be a relationship, okay? King of Pentacles can be spouse material. There's also this energy of a business partner or something like that. There's something here about allowing yourself to heal this situation. And I'm not saying that somebody hasn't hurt your heart, but it's also about allowing yourself to see, is there another way to perceive this situation or another way to move forward in this situation? Because there is a sense of narrow-mindedness, whether you could have that kind of narrow-mindedness, or you could be dealing with somebody that has narrow-mindedness, right? You could be seeing it in 2 different ways, the same situation, right? Perceiving it in 2 different ways, because we have the Hanged Man, right? There's something on hold here. Yeah. Allowing yourself to move forward, okay? But allowing yourself to let go of the, 5 of Swords is a difficult energy. You're kind of attached to, that's the daytime anxiety. Whatever is coming up in this situation is causing you a lot of anxiety and stress. The way to allow yourself to let go of it is to allow yourself to let go of what it is that you're holding on to so desperately. wanting a certain outcome or wanting a person to act a certain way or whatever it is, understanding, okay, that you can't you can't just tell the lion to behave. You have to comfort the lion. You have to allow yourself to love yourself, right? Because the lion represents ourself, but it is also mothering yourself, loving yourself enough that you're comforting yourself instead of acting out in some way. Or if you're not acting out, I'm not saying you're full of rage or anything, but it is the energy of your emotions, okay? Being really, your heart is hurt. Your heart is hurt in this situation. Okay, so let's see what is the obstacle. Yeah, the obstacle is holding back what your heart is really feeling, not telling this person or this group of people or even yourself what is the truth here. How are you holding yourself back? Because you're not allowing yourself to really and truly express your emotions. The other thing is that allowing other people to express their emotions without biting their heads off, right? It's about a sense of peace. How can we bring peace and harmony to the situation? Or peace and harmony to the situation. So if it's like a project or something that you're wanting to launch, that you're not overly critical of it, that you love because if you don't love what you're putting out there into the world, then nobody else is going to love it. So it is recognizing that you have to allow yourself to love it and not be overly critical of it. Allowing yourself to see it for the beautiful thing that it is that you have created. Yeah. It's, I feel that since we have the Pisces Virgo nodal transit and we have that for the next 18 months, Virgo, you are being impacted by that significantly at this time. And as we go over the next 18 months, you can really and truly use this energy to totally change your life. So Pisces and Virgo are the two that can really and truly, you can change your life drastically over the next 18 months. But it does mean you have to have the courage to allow yourself to see things in a different way and not feel like they have to occur in a certain way or have a certain outcome or people have to act a certain way. Yeah, this is Archangel Michael coming in, helping you. I feel like you are anxious at this time. So I'm sending you a lot of love and hugs. Allow yourself to walk in nature, right? And this is root chakra work. So walking in nature, spending time in nature, eating root vegetables, right? Grounding yourself, hugging trees, one of my favorite. Really allowing yourself to get out of your head, because I feel like that is part of it. You're sabotaging your own progress moving forward in this relationship or in this situation because you are in your head, right? The lion is in his head, right? The little girl is comforting him from the heart space. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Interesting. Oh, we have the courage card. Okay, we have transformation, unfinished symphony, and the courage. The courage to allow yourself to transform, okay? That means I'm allowing myself to see this from a different perspective. I'm allowing myself to go back and revisit this, but in a sense of, from a space of love instead of a space of, maybe trying to prove your point, and you could be totally right about this because Virgo, you're very detail oriented and everything, right? You could be totally right if you're dealing, in this situation, but it's the way that you are showing up to the situation. The situation calls for a softer approach, perhaps, or allowing yourself to share your feelings. So when we do that, it is all about I statements. I feel, and fill in the blank, and tell this person how you feel, or tell yourself how you feel, right? And it's not about pointing fingers or anything like that. And if you're dealing with somebody that's doing that, that's pointing fingers at you, then it's allowing yourself to react not out of anger, but out of a sense of calm, and starting your sentences off with, okay, well, what you just said, I feel, right? Kind of like allowing yourself to diffuse. I think there is a situation here that perhaps you are wanting to diffuse. Yeah, I feel like there's a sense of wanting to reunite, to bring happiness and joy, celebration into this situation. Ace of Wands, a fresh start. Understanding that I feel like, you understand if this doesn't work out, then you have to go your own way. It's a decision. Am I going to allow myself to try to work this situation out? Or am I just saying, that's it, I'm done and I'm moving on? Because that is where the situation is at this time. And it may not resonate with everybody. This may be just for a few of you Virgos. But if you're having some situation in your life or a relationship that is in chaos at this time, take this into consideration, right? Yeah, visionary. I feel like you are a visionary, right? That is the beautiful thing about you, Virgo, is that you can see what the world would look like perfectly, right? You can see the perfect world. You can envision the perfect world. And it's a little bit like you're frustrated, either with yourself because you can't create it, right? Or with this other person. But the shadow side is compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. It's not about compromising who you really are, right? It's allowing yourself to share who you really are in an authentic way, whether that's a conversation with this person, right? Or it's the way that you're putting it out there. It's allowing yourself to say, I'm not compromising my true values of who I am and what you know to be true. Yeah, because I feel like you're at odds, either with yourself, once again, either at odds with yourself or at odds with somebody else here. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for some final advice. And Virgo, I'm sending you so much love and hugs. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Yeah, what can I burn? This card has, I don't think I've seen this card in almost a year, and all of a sudden it's like popping up a lot. And I think it is because we have the devil energy is coming out for a lot of us, right? And the reason is allowing ourselves to let go of those Capricornian energies that we have had since 2008. We are now full into Aquarius and will be for the next 20 years. So it's kind of like understanding Capricorn energy is tried and true, very, here are the rules and everybody has to follow the rules, right? This is you're more of a visionary, but in order to allow yourself to go forward, you have to start thinking in a different way. You can't allow yourself to continue to have the mindset or the thinking patterns of that old Capricornian energy. It is allowing yourself to see things in a new way and allowing yourself to say, okay, Two of Wands, I was on this read, but now I understand I'm going to do something different. Yeah, it's a little bit about recognizing how we can do things differently, right? We don't have to do them the way that we've done them for 100 years. It's kind of like, yeah. Okay, it says burn it all, the ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism. Okay, and Virgo, that is a little bit of the energy here, right? The images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You're free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Yeah. And it says, make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. This is a little bit about, especially if this is a family group or, some type of dynamic where the past, those past identities or roles that you may have played, allowing yourself to say, if that's not who you are anymore, or how you want to be treated or thought of, then it's about you stepping into the truth, right, of that and allowing yourself to move forward in that new energy. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Yeah. I feel like you are at the end of a difficult chapter in your life. It's about allowing yourself to see a new way, right? To say, I no longer want this narrow pathway. I want to be able to look out on the horizon with this lion, right? Look out on the horizon, see different options available to me, and allow yourself to discover, right? Allow yourself. Trial and error. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here and supporting through liking, commenting, and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.